Hi, I'm Jessica Amir with Bell Direct. Thanks for your company. Well, the Australian share market has come under pressure at the open, losing 1.7% just in the first hour of trade. And it comes as we're following global equities, in particular US and European equities lower as they lost 2.2 and 2.3% overnight on the back of weaker than expected economic and corporate data, which we'll touch on in just a sec. And this explains why money is poured back into the safe havens like bonds and gold, which has pushed the gold price up by 0.2%. Meantime, the oil price is back above $20 a barrel again after rising 1.7%. And in terms of the weaker than expected economic US data, well, the March retail sales came out, falling by a record 8.7%. That's the biggest fall since the reading began in 1992. Also, disappointing data came out in way of the New York manufacturing data gauge, which saw its biggest decline in history, surpassing the fall of the Great Depression. And in terms of the quarterly results that are continuing to come out in the US, well, this time it was weaker than expected banking data that came out. Quarterly banking profits fell for the Bank of America, Goldman Sachs and Citigroup between 45 and 46%. That's what their profits fell by in the first quarter. And of course, that put pressure on their shares. Also in the US, we did see the energy and material space come under pressure, which is why our sectors are under pressure as well today. The only sector on the ASX that's bucking the trend and going higher is staples, the defensives. And in terms of what to watch later, well, just under 20 minutes or so, the unemployment data will be out from the ABS. We're expecting the unemployment reading to have increased from 5.1 to 5.5%. But really, to get a coronavirus gauge on the economy, you'll have to wait for next week's and next month's economics readings. So today, what else am I watching? Well, we've seen announcements from Woodside Petroleum, WPL, their city's top energy pick, and they've announced quarterly production rose 12% to 24.2 million barrels of oil, despite being hit by a cyclone. Meantime, they also announced that Woodside Petroleum is targeting a 50% reduction in expenditure for this year. The New Zealand energy firm Contact Energy announced March electricity and steam revenue rose 6% compared to the same time last year. Casino business Star Entertainment, SGR, they announced that they've secured $200 million in liquidity, plus they've been able to waive their gearing and interest expenses on loans until the middle of this year. Vista Group, a film tech business, announced because their customers have closed their business and it's largely unknown when cinemas will be able to reopen again. They've launched a 65 million New Zealand dollar capital raise, both for institutional and retail investors. Also, some stocks that you might like to look at bucking the coronavirus slump include Fisher & Paykel, Costa Group, which are up 20% year to date, Metcash, which is up 14%, COL and CNU are also up year to date. All defensive stocks that you might like to look at. And lastly, given money is flowing into the safe haven US dollar, the Australian dollar has lost 2%. It's now at 63.14 US cents. So you might like to take a look at the gold ETFs that are outperforming the market, some of which are up 10% year to date. Just some ideas. I'm Jessica Amir from Bell Direct. Happy trading. Stay safe.